lot of pressure, man.
Yeah, it is. Evil,
Knievel.
not our real names.
Nailed it.
Oh, you want me to do my bit? Okay, here we go.
Who are those guys?
You're gonna love it. It's just a little independent.
That might have been too much, man.
Welcome to A Little Independent,
Ali.
a podcast about two friends who get together and talk about independent, obscure, or just plain weird movies. My name's Ryan.
And I'm Todd.
Hi, Todd.
Hi, Ryan.
Do you like your name?
Yes.
Did you ever have that period of time where, like, you didn't like, damn it, parents
Like when I
named
was
me Todd?
called Toad or Odd.
Oh, odd. Not creative.
Didn't like those names.
But so here's the thing. I don't think I've ever told you this. I every Todd in my life, total dicks.
You've had
And this
more
is
dicks
mostly
than me.
this is mostly like seventh grade
Wait,
through
what?
high school. Wait. Seventh grade through high school through early. I specifically remember Todd's being the worst, like the worst. And so you're the first Todd that I've ever met. Because typically, I hear somebody's Todd and I'm like, nope.
No.
I don't give them the benefit of the doubt. I don't want to know them. So you've like beat the Todd odds.
Odd. Yeah, I took the
you
T
know?
away
Yeah,
and beat the odds.
that's cool. I only
See what I did there?
didn't like being Ryan early on when John Cryer's Hiding Out came out. Remember that movie?
No.
So John Cryer, and it's weird that the title is his name, but he
Two and a Half
goes,
Men guy?
yeah.
Okay.
He goes undercover in a high school. He's hiding out in the high school, and the female love interest was named Ryan.
The girl.
The girl, yes, female love interest means the girl, and her name was Ryan, and it was like now I all of a sudden had a girly name. It's not cool.
Meg Ryan?
That's that's a surname or surname, as they say it in Great Britain. But yeah, it was kind of a bummer, that movie, and people are so cruel. Like anything, like having the last name I have wasn't easy enough to make fun of, but it's like now you got a girl's name.
And what is the last name that you have?
It's Buck. Rhymes with a curse word.
Truck.
Mm-hmm.
So your wife would be Mrs. Buck.
Yes, she is. We're
and
not going there.
And she's a teacher.
Not going there.
We're not. I can't spell that one.
No. We need our listeners to get real comfy with us before we
Okay.
go to those. Well, that's good. Were you almost named something else? Did your parents say, like,
No.
if you were a girl, you'd be named something?
Don't know that.
I was going to be named
know that.
Cody.
Cody.
1976. Cody was on their mind. And I've never asked my parents about it, or
No,
I think
you
I
should.
have.
Yeah.
Like, was it were they watching a lot of Westerns? I graduated with 9 Ryans in my high school.
76 Cody.
Right? It didn't make any sense.
So
I like Burt Reynolds. Why couldn't my name? What Burt? That's too close to Burt Bacharach. But like, it's just so odd. I think maybe that was really progressive of them to be like Cody, because I feel like Cody was a yuppie name in the 90s or something.
the hipster of
Cody.
1976.
Yeah. Well, it's awesome to be here with any listeners that we have, no matter how great, no matter how small, and we're here to talk about a movie I suggested. So yours was the first movie.
Yeah, last episode 1.
Episode 1.
Movie still from 2016.
So this time, my pick was a 2015 movie called He Never Died. Now, before we get into
Yes.
it, what was your viewing state? How did you watch it? Did you watch a trailer?
So I read I shouldn't say, I skimmed over a quick review on it and misread it because I thought it said, or in my mind for some reason, I thought it was said alien cannibal. So I went in with
The
that
description?
stuck in my head. Yeah, but
That's
I
so bizarre.
I corrected that later. But so I go in and, of course, his mannerisms with the way they are.
Okay.
And so I'm thinking he's an alien, because of the way he's acting.
That's
And,
bizarre. Well,
yeah.
let me. Okay, the description of the movie that I found, and most of my stuff I get off of IMDb. So this is the description. Having seen it,
Okay.
tell me. Jack, a social outcast, is thrust out of his comfort zone when the outside world bangs on his door and he can't contain his violent past.
That's a different review than.
Okay, it doesn't
one
say
I
alien
misconstrued.
cannibal. But so what I just said, is that this movie?
Well,
In general, right? I guess.
broad scope overview,
Really broad.
because the pounding on his door, just alludes to
Yeah.
his.
And I
his
guess it
annoyance
happens a
with it.
bunch. But anyway, so the movie stars Henry Rollins, Boo Boo Stewart, Kate Greenhouse, and Jordan Tadosi, and written and directed by Jason Krozik. I think that's how you pronounce his name, Krozik.
Yeah. So what I found interesting was my first choice. So this is only episode 2, right? So writer director, immortality theme. Still,
Interesting. Okay.
he never died.
Spoilers for episode 1 of our podcast.
Writer
still.
director. Well, they should have already listened to it first, right? Everybody goes linear.
I think everybody goes, gets 6 episodes in to see if it's good and then goes back to the first to see if they got their shit together.
Well, so here we are again with a writer director and an immortality theme.
Yeah. So it's billed as a comedy, drama, fantasy. Do you agree with that?
Not the fantasy part.
Okay. All right. I put horror in there.
I would put comedy horror. Yeah.
Comedy horror.
Yeah.
So going through the lead players, stars Henry Rollins, as mentioned, as Jack. Was this your first film starring Henry Rollins or with him in it?
I think I did see him in a minor role in some Chase movie, or maybe it was called Chase.
I think it's literally called The Chase.
Oh, wait.
Yeah. Well, I obviously, for reasons knowing me and anybody who knows me, I love Henry Rollins. I listen to Black Flag and Fugazi all day today. I have my Black Flag shirt on right now.
Yes.
I love Henry Rollins.
Yes, you do.
As a performer, musician, and actor. And in fact, he has 73 acting credits to his name.
No way.
73. And some of them are videos and smaller appearances, but so I love him in Johnny Mnemonic. I think he's great in that. He's great in Heat, Lost Highway. He's in Jack Frost. That one with Michael Keaton.
Michael Keaton?
Yeah, he's in that.
Wow. Okay.
Bad Boys 2. A really great movie called Feast, which was that first Project Greenlight, Matt Damon, Ben Affleck, the movie
did
that got
see
made.
that. Yeah, I watched
He's in that. He's in
episode.
pink sweatpants the whole time. He's great.
Okay.
But I found that he had a significant role in a 1990 movie called Kiss Napoleon Goodbye. It's his first credit on IMDb. And I didn't know about it. So there's some clips of it on YouTube. It looks scary bad.
Oh, yeah.
Like if a student was making a film and he decided to let his 10-year-old brother do it for him. As a college kid, it looked like that. Not trying to diss Henry Rollins, but I think he's great. I like him as a performer, as an actor. Second build is Boo Boo Stewart as Jeremy. Do you know who this guy is?
As Jeremy.
Jeremy, the
was-
long-haired kid. The medical intern.
Oh, you told me. Well, I'm cheating, but you did say Twilight.
Yeah,
and
so
I have
he's-
no views of Twilight.
He's Seth. I've never seen any of them.
Is he the werewolf?
Oh.
There's
He's
people
Seth.
screaming right now.
Well, yeah, they like this stuff. And I'm just going to confess ignorance, not willfully. I haven't seen the movies. But he's been in a lot, and I recognized him. He's in X-Men: Days of Future Past. He plays Warpath, so he's in he's kind of
Okay.
big stuff. I guess maybe by that time, which is why he's second build. But it says with Boo Boo Stewart in the credits.
So he got the width.
So he's like fancier than the rest of it. He's fancier than Henry Rollins. Go.
Well, he probably looked at Henry Rollins and that scowl.
He
and
wishes he was Henry
and
Rollins.
he's like, okay, I'll
This
just
kid.
be the width.
He's not quite Joseph Gordon-Levitt, this guy, but he's good in this movie. I think. I mean, he serves his purpose. Then we have Kate Greenhouse as Kara. Had you ever seen her in anything?
No, I looked She hadn't done much. She only did like a couple other movies when I looked it up, and they were
Yeah,
older.
I
Like in
liked her a lot.
2005. I thought she was amazing.
She was good. You know, and it's a good thing you didn't have trouble remembering her name
Because of the name badge?
because the name tag is the size of a
Lean over.
freaking bumper sticker.
Flo.
But in 1996, she was credited as reporter number 1 in a movie called Virus, and it wasn't the good one with Jamie Lee Curtis. It starred Brian Bosworth,
Oh,
so we might want to check that out.
oh, with the mohawk.
Well, yeah, wasn't he a football player that turned?
He got ran over famously by, now he does Dr. Pepper commercials. He's a
Sweet.
sheriff.
That is a great trajectory, Boz. And she also, I just noted this was funny. She also starred in a movie with Don the Dragon Wilson, if you remember him.
Oh, I know.
I know. See,
I know
see?
him. Yes.
You got a little chub going on right now because I just talked about. And then Jordan Tadosi plays Andrea. I'd never seen her in anything.
No, but again,
She's good.
she was great.
Her first acting credit, Todd, are you ready?
I'm hanging on.
Was in the 2005 Vin Diesel classic, The Pacifier.
Oh.
And it's good.
Man,
Watch it.
sorry I missed that one. I did do Pitch Black, and I'm on board.
He's tremendous.
Yeah, Ryan and I have a love-hate Diesel thing going on.
No. I love Vin Diesel, and I hate that Todd doesn't love him. But interesting side note, in Thomas Lennon and Robert Ben Grant's book, Writing Movies for Fun and Profit, where Fun and Profit is crossed out, there's a whole, because I think they wrote the movie, and it was supposed to star Jackie Chan. And he couldn't do it, or didn't do it at the last minute, and then Vin Diesel stepped in. Again, phenomenal. The one thing that Jordan was in that I thought was kind of funny is, and I might want to watch it, and I have to get to the... She voices a character in an animated movie called Wish Fart.
Wait.
And I want... Yeah.
Wish.
Andrea in this movie, she's a voice actor in Wish Fart. And I want to read you the synopsis of Wish Fart. Dez, a maverick teenage leprechaun with rookie wish-granting powers, goes on wild escapades with his friends, a Japanese ghost girl named Akiko, and a puffin called Puffin, as they wrestle with wishes gone fantastically out of control.
So our cute little lip ring girl
Yes,
has wish farts.
I assume.
Was in wish fart.
She's a voice in Wish Fart. And then our director, Jason Krozik. The only thing I found that he's known for is a 2011 movie called The Briefcase. I've not seen it.
The briefcase. No, I don't think I have.
So, taglines.
Ooh,
Do you know the tagline for this movie?
I don't. Not quotes,
'Cause
right?
Our previous movie didn't have a tagline, but this one has taglines.
Man.
Did you see any? Or
Your deep research just always.
No. I
is
mean,
impressive.
This movie has 46 taglines.
Half the movies that Rollins has made.
I've never seen this before. I thought I'll read them at the end because because it's hysterical.
How can you have 46 taglines?
Well, on
the
IMDb,
movie poster's not big enough.
and it looks like people were somebody wrote just nursery rhymes about the movie. But the official tagline on the cover of the DVD, because I have it on DVD.
Okay.
It says, "It's hard to live when you cannot die."
Yes.
Okay.
That works.
And then on the back, bullets, blood, bingo. That I like. I think that's pretty cool.
It sounds a lot like, what was it, Two Smoking Guns or one of those type of taglines.
Lock, stock, and two smoking barrels.
Yeah, but there's
I don't
one
know
that
the tagline
says,
for that one.
or maybe I'm thinking, I'm thinking the Andy 12 pack.
Oh,
Guns, girls,
girls, gun, bullets, babes, and bombs.
and then the other one
Girls,
was
Guns,
the
and
3 Gs.
Garters?
The one you gave me was the three.
Girls, guns, and
This is
jeans. Girls,
Boy, oh
guns,
boy.
and Jean Shalit. Girls,
G-strings?
guns,
No.
and Godzilla. It's a crossover.
Wow. See, we've
I'm
gotten out of
just
that
into
groove.
into the King Kong Godzilla trailer right now. I've watched it like 5 times.
You like that right cross he throws?
I
in
do.
the-
I love it.
into his
So-
jaw there?
I found an alternate cover that had a tagline that I loved, and it said, If you thought Henry Rollins had anger issues, you ain't seen nothing yet. And you ain't seen nothing yet is all caps.
That's perfect.
So they're counting on his brand and it's kind of ironic. He's really not an angry person at all. So you read some things about the movie. You read some articles.
Yeah, I watched a couple interviews with him, with Rollins, and alone, and then one with the director and such. And they would talk about how it came together. And he said he actually wrote the movie, the director, with Rollins in mind. And he kind of didn't buy it. He's like, me? Why? And he says, well, I was picturing you. So he goes, all right, let me get this straight.
Well, see, I think I read something similar. So he wanted to get Rollins attached because he think it would get them the money. And Henry Rollins is like, who do you think I am?
Right.
Again, a pretty humble guy, I think, in general, but it worked.
Along with the fact that he was picturing him as this type of person, like the perfect guy for this role.
And it's, there's a lot of actors who probably could have done it. And, when we get to the reviews, you'll see a lot of people are just either surprised Rollins is as good as he is or just confirming the fact that they think he's good.
Yeah.
I'll just ask you right now, did you think he was good in the movie?
Yes.
Awesome.
I did. I liked it.
And it's possible that if your affinity for him as the singer of Black Flag or, it's like you're doing so good despite the fact that you're a punk rock singer.
Yeah. And I have zero background in him. I've never listened to Black Flag. I don't even know what he
That's
sounds
pretty
like
interesting.
singing.
So you're just seeing an actor doing their job.
Yeah. I mean, I know of his background, and then they talk about that he was punk rock scene or something like that, but I don't know. Like you've like he's your guy. Like
I know you're not a punk rocker, and you're like the punk rock scene with your crazy mohawks and your disgusting bodily functions and your lack of showering.
Get off my lawn.
Purple hair. What are you, some kind of weirdo?
Yeah.
I don't imagine you were like that, by the way. I mean, yes, I kind of do. You roundhouse kicked them in the face with your jujitsu.
Yeah,
I'm going to kick the mohawk off your head, punk. You'd be like a crazy
little
Clint
Billy
Eastwood.
Jack on him. I'm going to take this leg and put it on that side.
So the reviews of the movie are pretty good. And one that I kind of honed in on is on RogerEbert.com.
Okay.
RogerEbert.com, at least, liked the movie. And had some good things to say. I think it was like a 3.5 out of 5 stars. And had good things to say. And what I really thought was interesting was they likened Rollins to both the charm of a young Schwarzenegger and had the alien quality of Patrick Warburton in the live-action Tick TV show. Now, what I just said is the nerdiest thing ever. It's the nerdiest shit anybody's ever said. Because I love the Tick. And people who know, they know. And if they know who Patrick Warburton is in that like droll voice, played the Tick, and you thought he was perfect for that character when you watched the cartoon. But I just thought that was an interesting pull.
Huh.
The charm of a young Schwarzenegger.
Well,
I don't know if I agree with that 100%.
I mean, with the slow talking and the monotoneness and stuff, I mean, it took Arnold a long time to get some acting chops.
Well, I mean, Hercules in New York, right out the gate. I'm just a stunner, right? I'm Hercules. I mean, come on.
That's pre-Conan?
That is. I think it's pre-Pumping Iron. Or maybe it's not. It was Pumping Iron. Hercules in New York was his first like real movie.
Yeah.
And then Conan. You say it Conan?
Conan.
I'm a Midwesterner who says Conan.
Not the talk show host.
Not the talk show host. The article that I read, I found one in Billboard. I thought that was kind of cool. A couple little bits. They were trying to get this made into a TV show afterwards.
They still are.
And it does sound like that. Rollins helped with some of the casting and the soundtrack, which I thought the soundtrack was awesome. Rollins usually never watches his movies. He watched this film 3 times in the theater. And what I think is really cool is he calls his 2 co-stars, Kara and Andrea, the 2 strongest people in the film.
Yeah, I saw that in the interview as well. And they are. I mean, they're clearly talented actors.
But
So.
I think that's a pretty, because you could look at him and be like, oh, you're a more, we'll get into it, but, they are in a way, emotionally what they're going through and how they're trying to,
Yeah.
connect with this person who clearly does not want to be connected with.
Well, Kara comes out of nowhere because she's only got a couple movies, I think, listed, and they're not real recent. So
Yep.
to be as
Kate
natural,
Greenhouse.
natural as she is,
I mean, she's been acting for a while.
yeah. So, I mean, is it stage acting then? Maybe
I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of
little.
B, C, and D movie credits on
Okay.
there. I mean, that Don the Dragon Wilson picture was, I don't think,
Yeah, 'cause-
super high on the ranking, but
Because Rollins is 55, I think now or ish, and
yeah.
she's within 5 years of him, I believe, when I looked it
Probably.
up. So yeah,
I think they're a good match.
that's what it looked like.
So, all right, getting into the movie.
Yeah,
You know,
let's
what
fire
was-
it up.
What was the first, the first thing you see is images and sounds.
Yeah, the shitty apartment.
Well, at
And-
first, it's a cacophony of,
Well, what my take on the screaming and all the tormental sounds that comes in and out and repeats throughout the movie is that is his PTSD from.
at this
Should
point.
we spill that part right?
I don't know.
Yeah,
we
I
could
mean,
spoil it. Maybe we'll get there. But it's
it's
clear
his past.
that this is a disturbed person, and the first thing you see is him. And you'd think it's a shitty apartment. It's yeah. I mean, it's
If I was writing the script and I just wanted a quick description of it, yeah,
shitty.
yeah, interior apartment.
Hey, all right, let's get the props
York.
people in. Let's make it shitty.
Yep, shitty.
Well, honestly, it's utilitarian. There's nothing fancy. There's not a lot of high tech. And right away, I kind of
Well-
like to ground the movies in time.
yeah.
And you don't know exactly when this may be. It's modern times, but
Well, I actually made notes on that because they were going through that little spiel of history, and they ended up with like the shuttle taken off. The first shuttle.
yeah. So there's
So I wrote that down. It was 81, but as we see, there's a flip phone in the movie, right? So that's after 81 for sure.
right.
There's a phone book and a pay phone in the movie.
Yeah.
So that could still be 80s. And then their landline phone is those old wireless from the 80s. So when did the
Maybe.
flip phones come
I don't
in?
know. 90s. I think.
You-
I think
you
it's
think
maybe
it's early
early
90s?
Yeah.
And then the diner is the old 50s style.
And what's
so you
cool
can't
about
count that.
like the music doesn't really ground it. There's really no pop music in it, so you can't. But it's not a period piece. It's in the
No.
90s. And the first thing that's really striking, especially if you know Rollins, is a heavily tattooed guy. Is he gets up in the morning or whatever time it is, and he doesn't know what time it is ever. He asks everybody what time
yeah,
it
I
is.
got that down.
And he gets up, and his famous back tattoo is gone. They covered it up with makeup or CG.
Okay. So what is on his back, Ryan?
Well, it two sutured scars that look like they were angel wings.
Two vertical scars where wings were cut off.
Which again, I mean, it's
Yeah.
tough to presume, but that's what I presumed.
Well, they clearly tell you that wings were there, as far as I'm concerned.
And that's, I mean, again,
what else would that be?
right off the bat,
You
even
see
if
that.
again, so you're assuming this is an alien angel cannibal at this point.
I don't know that I saw the scars the very first time because you just see him briefly when he's
Yeah.
woken up to the pounding on the door.
Yeah.
Hence that review.
And it's the landlady, which I think is kind of this landlady. Oh my God, she's 90 and spry, but oh my God, is this the most oblivious woman in the? How much murder and death is happening in this place?
yeah,
she has
she's-
no idea.
She witnesses a lot of it, but yet she doesn't.
But she knocks at the door, and he doesn't know what time it is, doesn't know what day it is. Goes to a case and
He slams the door in her face.
Yeah,
He just turns and answers the door, looks at her, and slams the door.
and he goes to a case in his room at the foot of his bed that
An
is
ancient
full
wood
of-
case.
Ancient? You think?
Oh yeah.
I'd say it's ancient. Like
Well, the
1800s.
stuff in it's ancient.
So it's filled with money. The first thing you see is money, and then things. They don't really linger on it too much, but he gets a few $100 bills, gives it to the landlady, ostensibly for rent.
Yeah, and she tries to talk to him again. Bam, door.
And he
door
wants
in her
nothing to
face.
do with it.
Yeah. So the room matches his persona in the beginning. Just
Yeah.
gloomy,
Dour.
depressed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the first thing he does, and now the credits are starting to roll, and you've got these sounds, like you said, there's horses whinnying, and there's whips and demons yelling, and
Yeah, people being tortured. It's just torment. That's it's his history.
So yeah,
it's playing in his head.
And if that's what he hears every time he closes his eyes, what a
Yeah.
nightmare! That's terrible.
yeah,
That is terrible. I don't know how you don't go insane immediately with all that happening.
yeah, and he can't get away from it. So
No.
there's
And
some interesting.
I guess we
stuff we'll
assume that
discuss
he, at
later.
this point already, he may be immortal. Is he a vampire? Is he an angel or whatever? But the credits are rolling. The first thing he does is go to church. And over the credits, you have this disgusting, crazy sounding, not disgusting, but
Well, we
the-
see him walk into a church.
and you see him come out, like with all the parishioners. People come out.
No, he was going to. My take was he was going to bingo
Oh, no,
because that's where the bingo was.
Oh, I thought he was
when he
going to
goes
church.
when he goes to bingo later with,
maybe
with
it
Adrian,
is.
it's that same church.
Okay, so that was my first thought, was he goes to church.
But that's what it looks like. But we just see him enter a church.
Interesting.
Yeah, and
Okay.
then come out of a church.
Yeah.
He went to bingo
I
because
guess,
that's the only three things he does:
yeah.
the diner, bingo, and sleep.
But we have this song that's playing, and he's got the whole world in his hands, and it's the most depressing dirge. He's got the whole world, and it's a really bizarre song. But already I'm thinking Angel Wings, church, whole world. We're in a biblical sense, maybe,
Okay. Well, that was a good catch. 'Cause,
but that, I mean, it was short lived.
yeah.
So that's why the movie's kind of fun. So the first other person in his life, aside from his landlady, that we meet is a kid sleeping in a car. And I love,
The werewolf.
again, his Henry Rollins' delivery, because he goes up to the kid in the car and the kid's like, "How long have I been asleep?" And Henry Rollins says,
How would I know that?
"I don't know how I could possibly know that."
The kid's like, yeah, you're right.
And this is clearly some kind of transaction. The kid named Jeremy, "Hey, how you doing?" And Rollins gives
Yep.
a shrug, like, "Why are you asking me that?"
Yeah, it's a landlady all over again.
Yeah.
Yeah, he wants to be human and talk, and he wants nothing to do with it.
And again, his demeanor, it's not rude. I don't think he comes across as aggressive or rude. He's just,
You just don't care.
I'm tired of this. And so
He's checked out.
he meets Jeremy, who's in Scrubs, and mentions he's an intern, so he may not be able to continue helping him. And Jack says, "It's fine, I'll find another one because I got money."
Yeah,
And
yeah.
he picks up what I think is a rib roast. I don't know what this is.
I was thinking it was like an arm or a leg wrapped up.
You did?
That whole time. Yeah,
I
it
should
took
have.
me a while to realize what it was actually.
because I was stuck on, Angel, so I figured he was just getting a
Yeah.
nice cut of meat from this kid.
I thought it was a body part. I thought it was like an arm or a
okay.
leg,
See,
but
the kindness,
but it
of
wasn't.
strangers. Well, he deposits it in the crisper of his refrigerator,
Yeah,
and you don't hear of it again. Which, okay, that's interesting.
yeah, and the kid does say that, I can't do it my regular day. I got to do it tomorrow, which kind of sets up the
Yeah, there's some
the
stuff with
encounter that's
Jeremy.
coming. Yeah, so he
And-
sets that up.
I guess you like to say, not the inciting incident, but the inciting person is this Jeremy who starts to cause all this, except for what happens next. He gets another knock on his door. He's at home and he opens the door and it's a young girl.
Lip
And,
ring girl.
Like lip ring girl. And he looks her up and not in a weird way. And he's just like, uh-huh. And she
Yeah,
runs away.
and she just runs away. And funny point is Rollins does that later in the movie
That's true. Yeah.
to Kara. Yeah, that's kind of like
Don't hug the
father
man.
like daughter.
Don't hug the man. I love that hug.
Oh.
So
I thought he was going to eat her.
at this point, I'm confused. I guess in a good way
I
because
had no idea
I
what
don't
that was
know.
all
Yeah.
about.
And the way he acted, he didn't know who she was.
Yeah.
And thus far, he's treated every person he's met with disregard.
Complete disdain.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like maybe it was a
give
trick or
me
treat
what I
gone
need
wrong.
and get out of my life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But she clearly, I don't know what her deal was. But again, maybe to this tagline's point, two guys show up at his door. And
Oh yeah, he goes back to lay because sleeping
that's
is
all
his
he wants
thing.
to do. Why would you want to do that? With that hellscape in between your ears.
Right. Yeah, why would you close your eyes?
All right, let's get back to never-ending torture.
The hounds of hell.
Can you imagine
Bring
if
them
he's
on.
like, I can't fall asleep unless I have the sounds of nonstop torture and horses in my head?
Yeah,
It'd be a terrible. I
And
mean,
the-
how do you meet women that way? Like,
the ambient. Well, clearly he.
listen, does your sound machine have torture and dead people and screaming, howling of ghosts?
Yeah. So yeah, he walks back over. Girl runs away. Walks back over. Falls back on the bed
And
again.
you kind of expect maybe it's the girl again, which
and
is
then,
a fun.
yeah. And then knock, and then but it was more,
two
more
hoods.
aggressive.
Two clowns.
Yeah, the knocking was quite aggressive. So our two intro, the two goons, and
And so these two guys show up and they're clearly, goons. And one of my favorite things, it made me laugh out loud because I thought there were, did you find funny moments in it?
I laughed a lot. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
So the first guy pulls a gun and Jack just swats the gun away.
yeah. Well, that was after first he punches him or something, and they don't. Is that the scene where don't?
Yeah.
And he slams the door right and goes back to bed, and then the goons kick the
they
door in.
They kick the door again.
Yeah, and they come charging in with puts a gun in his face, and he just knocks it away.
His pattern response to getting punched in the face is
Don't. No.
So again, the move of this tough guy taking the gun out and he just swats it away like it's a kid, and the
Yeah.
guy's like, "Huh?"
Yeah.
I thought that was funny.
No, I laughed out loud on that one. I mean, it's, even after hearing this podcast, you're going to laugh when you see it.
And then the guy punches him. He says, "Don't again." Guy punches him again, and Jack obliterates this man's balls with his hands.
Then he gets the Rollins look, right?
Yeah, he does have a little.
The grimace,
But he just annihilates this man's testicles. And the sound design of this was,
yeah.
it happens again.
Well, then he takes out the other guy.
Well, the other guy pulls a gun on him and shoots him in the hand.
Yeah, he grabs the gun,
And
shoots
blood
him in the hand.
flies, and he takes care of these guys, tosses them out in the hallway,
Yep.
doesn't kill them,
Interestingly enough, right?
which, yeah. And I have thoughts about that, but he's clearly immortal. He can possibly be killed. Does he regenerate?
Well,
Because he's
yeah.
shot in the hand, it doesn't seem to bother him.
Yeah. Yeah. Upcoming, we'll find out that
Yeah.
that he's immortal. I think at this point we don't know that yet.
Right.
I would say.
But what they've shown is, okay, clearly something's up. So he ends up going to, I think would you call this his sanctum, Times Square Diner?
Yeah. This is what's the one with? Is it As Good as It Gets or
Oh yeah,
Jack Nicholson and
yeah.
Helen Hunt, where he goes to the
Where
same diner?
that's-
So
yeah.
yeah, Helen
And he
Hunt.
needs that table. Yeah.
Kara is Helen Hunt, right?
True.
So this is where he eats every day.
But Jack seems to be a little bit more malleable about where he sits and stuff. He's not that,
He's not
Grumpy.
The OCD. Yeah, he doesn't have the OCD stuff. No.
but it's in the sign outside. The ER are left off, and it's Times Square
Din.
which I don't know if that was intentional or not. I just kind of noted that. But we meet Kara, who, again, thanks to that huge license plate of a name tag, Kara.
And that was 70s reminiscent, wouldn't you say? I mean, it just reminds me of Alice and Flo.
Yeah.
And, she wasn't wearing the outfit like
Well,
that.
I don't
but-
know. She didn't have that bumpkin bit to her. She just
No,
had
but
this
the name
kind,
tag and the name of the
yeah.
diner.
I don't know. She just had this kind of, and she was clearly into him because she's very
Right
sweet
out from the
with
get.
him.
Yeah, she's yeah. Even I could read those signals.
Well, one of my favorite lines in the
She
movie.
was as flirty as they get.
So he just had this altercation with the goons. He'd been maced, and his hand was bandaged. And she said, "Oh my gosh, what happened to you?"
Yeah,
And he said, "I got peppered sprayed." And she said, "Maced." And he said, "Maced."
yeah, maced.
It was an accident. And she said, "What happened?" And he said, "My landlady thought I was a burglar in my own apartment."
And he's just staring, the oblivious stare, like the 10-mile stare,
Yeah.
right? He's not even looking at her.
And
He's
she's
just
like-
staring out, and he's clearly making it up.
Yeah. And she's like, "Isn't she 90?" And he's like, "Well, she's spry."
What happened to your hand? So there's a glass on the table, a water
Right.
glass on the table. So he looks it down.
Hurt my hand
and I
on a
hit
glass.
my hand on a glass when I fell.
it just like again, at this point, you're starting to get his cadence and get how he's reacting to people. And I like it. I think I like what he's doing.
Yeah.
It's different to me. I don't know what he is or who he is, but I'm along for the ride for sure.
And then, does she take his order at this one? And we find out he's like oatmeal.
Yeah, oatmeal and hot tea.
Yeah.
And it appears to be 9 o'clock at night.
You know, and he's definitely a carnivore when you look at this guy.
Well,
So
that's
you're
what everybody
kinda like,
says.
What's up? Yeah,
'Cause
that's coming up.
Later, he
with the
says he's a
daughter.
vegetarian.
Yeah.
So Kara kind of asks what he's doing later. He's not into it. He goes back to his place and he gets a call.
Sleeping.
And he's sleeping in his hellscape. And he gets a call from this. I kind of had some issues with this a little bit because it felt forced. But he gets a call from somebody named Jillian,
Yeah.
who
And he has a beautiful. So this line is great. I remember
I know,
hating
I
you.
remember hating you. And again, so Jillian, I remember hating you.
Yeah.
And she is talking very fast and frenetically, and how it juxtaposes with how measured he is.
Yeah. he
And-
could care less.
And Jillian reveals that he needs to pick up Andrea,
Who's Andrea?
who's, well, apparently,
Is what he says.
yeah,
Yeah.
who's that? And it was the girl who was at his door earlier, and he must have, done something wrong to chase her off. He fucked up,
Yeah.
and
And he has no idea. So here's a 19-year-old girl
right.
that he doesn't know anything about, that he's scared off, and now she's at a bar and drunk.
Yeah. And
So
he needs
he's
to
getting
pick
a
her up.
call from somebody he was with 19 years ago. Hasn't talked to since, as far as we know, because it's never alluded to.
Does she
Go
ever
pick
say
up
it's
your daughter.
daughter.
You fucked up. You scared her off. Now she can't drink and drive.
And again, his reaction is,
Don't ever call me again.
Yeah, okay.
No. Wait. His reaction was,
I think it felt like he wasn't going to do it because he lays back down on the bed. His shoes are off. And then
Well-
next scene, you see him on the street walking to Crackles Bar. Did you notice that?
She tells him the name of the bar.
She's at Crackles. What?
So Crackles is a strip club in Toronto, but it's not that name. I saw that in one of the interviews.
Oh,
That
is
the
that
bar
what-
the bar he went to get her from was some crazy strip club name bar.
Oh, so maybe it
In
was
the-
it Toronto.
it was filmed
and-
in Toronto,
and
the whole
that
thing,
was
yeah.
Crackles. Sans the naked
But
ladies and the.
it
what
wasn't
have
called. It's not called Crackles. It's called something else. I didn't write it down though.
you. So he goes to the bar, and this is one character that I thought was interesting. This bartender, because he looks like a grade A disgusting creep. The hair, the clothes, he was just oozing dirtbag, just gross. And Henry Rollins asks after, what does he say? A young girl with a lip piercing.
With a lip ring.
And this guy's like, "You her dad? Are you her dad?"
And he just ignores
He's
him.
not giving any.
Did you see a young, young girl with a lip ring? He keeps repeating.
Yeah. Like, what did she look like? Oh, yeah. He says, what, describe her? And he's like, young girl with a lip ring. But this bartender wasn't being creepy. And he was like, "Are you her dad?" And
Yeah.
then finally, Rollins is like, "Yeah." Not totally believable, I guess, at that point.
Interestingly enough, linguistically, he says, "I'm her father." He
Oh,
does.
I
He
didn't
asks
catch
if
that.
he's.
Okay.
He asks if he's her dad.
And he says,
I'm her father.
"Oh,
Different language. Just
you astound me,
just a
sir.
thing.
You astound me."
well, if you
You make
didn't know
everything better,
if you
Todd.
didn't know you had a daughter until 10
Yeah,
minutes
yeah,
ago,
yeah, that's true.
there must be difference
But
in the
that's
language
his
between a dad
in
and a father.
antiquity, right? He's probably learned a lot of languages along the line, a lot of Rosetta Stone lately,
We know French coming up later.
that kind of thing. So what fascinates me is that it finds out that the girl with the lip ring left with Tim, the mailman.
Where does Tim live?
What?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Does Tim have a last name?
Dell.
Dell. Dell.
But why Tim the mailman? Why does he? He's the mailman.
That's all he knew about
And
him.
I can only think that's important because Henry Rollins later steals a mail truck. And do we assume that's Tim's? Okay, I thought too much about it.
Oh,
Never
you
mind.
know what? when he gets in the fight later on, or when he goes and protects Kara way
In the parking
later
lot,
on,
right?
he says, "You're dating Tim?
Well, yeah, and that's
It's the same guy.
It's the same guy.
It's the mailman."
Clearly cheating on Kara with a 19-year-old girl. Not cool. So
That's his
Tim's a mailman.
daughter.
And
I didn't know. I just caught that.
yeah. So Jack goes to the phone book, to your point, and he finds Tim Dell. He goes to his house. Tim Dell opens the door.
Now this made me laugh.
And you're viscerally, you and I, anybody watching the movie is like, this dude's 40. And without missing a beat, Jack says, "You're over 35." Or you're
35 years
35 or something like that.
old. And the guy just stares at him, yeah.
And he's, cussing him out. But it turns out Andrea is there and inebriated, which is how Jack puts it. And
Yeah, when they're at the diner.
I think it's interesting. He says, "Are you okay? Are you good? Then I'm leaving now."
Yeah.
And she's like, "Well, should we get to know each other?" And he said, "Just don't die before you get back to your mom's.
Yeah, don't drive. Just don't.
Just don't die before you get back to your mother's." So he relents, which is interesting. He decides, she says she's hungry, right?
He really, yeah. I mean, but again, he really doesn't care up to this point.
It's an interesting turn. There's a point to this.
But she's wanting to meet him clearly and ran away because she saw this imposing figure at the door,
Yeah.
right? But now she's drunk and buzzed, and so she's got, the liquid courage, and
True.
let's go. I want to hang out
So
with
you
you.
wonder, what's been the path to this point. But at the diner, she asks him, "What happened to your hand?" And he says,
I got shot today.
"I got shot today."
Yeah, he tells her. So interestingly enough, he tells her the truth.
Why tell her the truth? Yeah.
And
That's
and
what I wrote down.
He lies to Kara.
And she said, "Like with a gun?" That's what usually shoots people.
Yeah.
And
Well,
it's an interesting little exchange.
And there's some quotes in this little diner scene that is just to die for.
Oh, about
My favorite one is written down, but
the coupon.
the coupon book.
Yeah, we can
Yeah.
leave that for people to watch. That's a hell of a line.
Should we not spoil that one?
I don't know. Yeah, you can say it.
Well, no, you're right, because that that line is gold.
Yeah, that one. I kind of remember when I first watched it. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
how scandalous.
Is she wrong?
I don't know. I guess I didn't get it at first, but I'm like, okay, now I get it. But okay, I have two words for you at this point because I laughed again. Eggplant parmesan.
Yeah. Well, what about the whole? Then they get into the whole meat eater thing, and
I
she
don't eat
said,
meat.
"You're a vegetarian." Yeah.
Yeah, you look like and
You look
everybody's
like you eat meat
at every meal.
all the time. And he does. You look at him, and he is a carnivore.
Yeah. And so that's kind of, that kind of got me thinking, is her presence, it's clear that he doesn't want to keep her around, but she stays around. And they get back to the apartment.
So we're not going to do the quote.
Well, no, it's not going to live up to expectations now. So people just need to see it.
They order their food.
Email us. Okay.
She says, "I don't have any money."
So how were you able to get
He says,
inebriated?
"How did you get inebriated?" Yeah. And I quote, she says, "Vaginas are like coupon books for alcohol."
Yep.
And it just that line just hangs there.
I don't know if I'm proud of it or not.
Is she right?
So when they get back to the apartment, you never know what time of day it is in his place, which is disconcerting. But if I look at this movie truthfully, and I know that they took Henry Rollins' back tattoo out on purpose. They have a close-up because he's got tattoos, and most of them are his, and they have a close-up on his Misfits tattoo. Now, again, you mentioned earlier that us crass punk rock people were not in your periphery back in the day or even now, but the Misfits are another punk rock band fronted by Glenn Danzig. You can hit me at any time. And
I have heard of the Misfits, but
So-
I don't know the name, the singer or whatever. But
Henry Rollins has a forearm tattoo of the Misfits.
Okay.
So, and you can see it clearly in the scene. So in my head, this immortal at some point got into punk rock and got a Misfits tattoo.
it's not there.
It is there. You can see it in the movie.
You can.
Yeah.
I didn't see
100%.
the tats.
Yeah. I mean, most of them are his, and he's got a lot of piecemeal stuff.
So they just took the back one off.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they would have been distracting. Like you couldn't have seen.
You wouldn't have seen
it's
the
huge.
scars?
So what's interesting is he sits up and he starts kind of looking at Andrea with a little bit of like, is something going to happen? Like he's growling a little bit, and there's this weird moment where he and then he gets up and he stops himself and he goes out. Which that got me too. I didn't know what that meant.
He kept going out and leaving her and coming back, but she doesn't know why,
right?
And keeps questioning him, and then he won't answer. But
so they go back to the diner at this point, and now there's a guy. Or wait, when does he see the guy with the pork pie hat and the goatee?
Well, it's a little bit later because he goes out a couple of times, right?
Yeah.
And he comes back.
Yeah. But at some point he's at the diner and he sees this creepy guy.
He goes through, what time is it? He goes and gets more of the white package to
would
go
just
into the fridge.
be easier to buy a watch at this point. I mean, get a Belova.
He checks the time by what's on TV.
Get something with diamonds in it. I don't know, because later he tries to get robbed. Doesn't work.
No, he was hungry. He was...
But I mean, it must be so frustrating to not know the time.
Yeah.
It would just be easier to have a watch.
And clearly he can afford it. He's got a trunk full of money.
Yes.
So he goes out and gets more the white package, right? And comes back with it.
Well, no, he goes to meet Jeremy that Friday, and those two guys, the hoods from before, take Jeremy away.
Yeah.
That's when that car, and now here,
he follows them.
The two hoods, the two goons that we've met.
Yep.
The one guy had his nuts catastrophically destroyed. He's not limping.
You're right.
He's fine.
Yeah, yeah. Even the
sound
effects,
of that,
like a grapefruit,
it sounded
being
like
squished by a vice.
Yes. His testicles are annihilated.
Yeah.
They are just deflated. He should be in the hospital. This guy is
no limp.
chilling.
You're right.
No.
Just, hey, what are you doing? You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
I need to talk to the man you're killing.
Yeah. So
he follows
Jack
them.
follows them, and that's when he steals the mail truck.
The intern's kidnapped. He follows the black Lincoln.
Yeah.
The Goonie car, right? Typical.
Yeah. Cliche.
So he breaks
Why
into
are they
the room.
never just in a Volkswagen Beetle? You know, the bad guys show
Oh,
up
that's
and
Ted
just
Bundy's
like
car.
the yellow Beetle.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. You can't go that. You can't go that.
What's
route.
another cheesy? Just a sensible, like a Prius.
Like an Oldsmobile 88.
Just the
or
villain
something.
show up in a hot pink Prius. Get in the back of the car, Jeremy. We're not having any of your lip.
A Prius with snow tires.
So Jack shows up. He rescues Jeremy. He hurts these guys again.
Yeah.
Hurts the guy in the eye. He keeps hurting that one guy, Steve, henchman Steve, which I love this guy.
Because he gets an eye patch.
He keeps hurting. Yeah, that's the second eye patch in the movie, by the way. And he ends up taking Jeremy in his car to an ambulance that's parked in a random parking lot with an asleep paramedic in it, and he just drops Jeremy off, and off he goes.
Yeah,
I like
with
it.
the back doors open.
Back doors open.
They're
I like
just
it.
hanging out.
That's the way it goes. You know, something may happen. I'm going to chill out in the back, sleep. You know, take some Novocaine.
Yeah. So did he get the package from him then?
No, I don't think he did.
Because that's why.
Oh no, he must have taken out of the trunk because he has.
Because when he
one.
returns to the room, he puts it in the fridge, and she's like, "Where were you? You were gone for 2 hours." His daughter.
That's right, and he collapses on the bed again. And this is when I'm thinking: is he exhausted because he's an immortal, or is he exhausted because he's a vegetarian?
Yeah,
because it's exhausting being a vegetarian. They're tired all the time.
Well, we know he's a vegetarian at this point. We don't know he's immortal at this point.
I love the fact that you're taking that ridiculous, dumbass question serious. If there was a studio audience and there was no laugh, I would have been like, take that joke out of the repertoire.
Edit.
No more vegetarian jokes.
No more eggplant parm.
No more. Well, I mean, eggplant parmesan's pretty tasty, but you know, this guy, he's an immortal. He's big. So they end up going to bingo, which is one of my favorite parts of
Again,
this.
he asks what time it is. He
He
says
asks what
6
time.
o'clock. Bingo.
Yeah.
And then boom, they're in the church.
And I don't know what it is about the imagery of Henry Rollins, an immortal who's maybe a vampire, who's got a new daughter, and they're just playing bingo.
It's awesome.
And it's in a traditional, probably the church from
'Cause
the
they're-
beginning, like
it-
dummy.
yeah.
And
it's-
she says, "How often do you come here?" And he says, 3 times a week.
he says at least 3 times.
At least 3 times a week. And he said something to the effect of, she said, "Why do you like coming here?" And he says, what does he say? These people
don't distract me.
they don't distract me.
Pan around the room, and it's all senior citizens and that. So in other words, they don't have fresh blood, fresh limbs. They're not tasty. So when you're panning around the
Interesting.
room, it's all old people, and they don't distract him.
Yeah.
Because her bare shoulder earlier,
What
remember?
was that?
He-
Did he?
The,
It was tempting.
yeah. The,
Okay.
the demon was coming up,
Okay.
and he was trying to hold it down.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense to me.
Yeah. So that, brings us to our.
Well, they do bingo. It's clear that it doesn't really work, or he doesn't win very much. They go back to the diner.
Yeah,
right?
she questions him, right?
And this is where a henchman, prior to drugging Jack's water, inexplicably just shoves the waitress's tray on the ground.
Yeah, it was a distraction, supposedly,
A
so
distraction,
he could put
and
the
he-
poison in the water. But before that is the whole. His daughter is talking with Kara. Do you like bingo? And
Oh, that's
like
right.
senior,
That's right.
like old people bingo, and sets him up with a
Sets him
bingo
up
date with
Kara.
her.
That's nice.
And he's like, "Yeah, you got
And
a
then
date."
it's revealed that the last time he was with a woman, how
Yeah.
old are you? 19 years.
Yeah.
And
she's
he
like,
was married before twice,
at least twice.
at least
He
twice.
says, "Yeah," but yeah, he says, "How old are you?" And she says, 19. And he says, 19 years.
Yeah.
And she's like, "Oh, you'll be fine. She's nice."
And you have to think, okay, what do we know about him? We think he's immortal. We don't know anything. I mean, he have we seen him drink blood at this point?
No.
No. So he's collecting something you think are body parts, I think is a rib roast from a medical intern.
Right. We
And-
haven't seen him eat it,
And there's growling and
but he's a vegetarian
vegetarian,
at the diner.
and they're honing in on that. So you're thinking, oh, but that's how he lives. And he may be an angel.
Yeah. Well, we know he's got the scar, but we don't have the immortal
yeah.
yet. We don't have the immortal thing yet.
He is impenetrable to bullets.
He
or he
shot-
heals.
He just got shot in the hand. Yeah.
Well, I guess that maybe he's just immune to pain, because at that point he's shot in the hand. He still bandages.
He's still
his
an
hand.
alien cannibal right now.
He's an alien cannibal. He's not Wolverine, so he doesn't have
He's not growing fangs.
regenerative properties that we know of.
Yeah, he hasn't bitten anyone on the
Interesting.
neck.
So then he's back in his apartment, and this is one of my favorite gathering of the villains. There's a bunch of them outside of his place, and one of them has an eye patch, and that's why I wrote down eye patch. I thought that's great. I think that's a bold move. And they
Well, he's staggering back because he got his
the
water
drugs,
poisoned.
yeah.
by-
And when he comes out, was it supposed to kill him?
It did kill him, so they thought. He said, "I was glad he just didn't bite it in the diner." So he's dizzy and he's falling around in the apartment, and he tells his daughter, "I got to go out." So he goes out,
Right.
collapses in the back alley, and then these guys scoop him up.
Because he sees bad guys
Yep,
and he
and
wants
they're-
to protect her. And
They take him to the dock, and they're getting ready to throw him into the ocean.
right. And is he wrapped in chains?
And no,
They said there's metal around him. He's so heavy with all this metal.
he threw something off when he came out.
So
but
they're going to drown him essentially.
they were just throwing him off. He was already dead. They were just disposing of the body.
Yeah. But
Then he wakes up. Now he's immortal.
well, no, the
now
funny,
we know.
The funny thing is, what happens? They try to kill him by drowning, and does he take the other guy? Remember, what happened to Larry?
Yeah.
Larry. They're going to ask us what happened to Larry.
Well, no, it's a dead body, and then he wakes up,
But he pulls
and
Larry
he grabs
in,
the guy that poisoned him and dives into the ocean with him.
and Larry doesn't come up, and they're like, jump in after him.
Yeah,
it's too cold.
You go in.
They're going to ask what the hell happened to Larry. Do you notice like it's Steve and Gary and Larry, all of the henchmen just kind
Yeah,
of have
yeah. We just need a Harry.
like they're a dad band. They just need a Todd on bass. Sorry, dude. That was offside, wasn't it?
Do you want to have Is that a base challenge?
No,
Are
I can't.
you
challenge
challenging?
Nope.
Okay.
So he finally makes himself known. He climbs out of the water, and Steve and other guy, annihilated balls guy,
are in the car, and he comes walking back out of the water and throws something off of him. I don't know. If
I think chains.
Maybe
I
that
think
was
they
chains.
weighted
They
him
were
down.
weighing him down.
Yeah.
Okay, because
You don't want
I
him
didn't
to
know
float.
what it was.
Don't want to float.
Now he's mad. Now he's got the full-on Rollins
And
scowl
he's
going.
making otherworldly sounds.
Yeah.
And again, I'm not trying to be like a super nerd, but he's making sounds that are not normal to the human esophagus. Right? And he's maybe got, and I thought he was going to turn into a demon. He doesn't. He yanks these guys out of the car. Now, Todd, I got to ask you,
Yeah.
as far as throat rips go, how does this rank?
It took him a little long to get the esophagus out. I thought that was like
I thought that was on purpose.
Yeah,
It sounded so
I thought
gnarly.
I thought it should have been. It should
It
have
was
been
like
quicker.
first a ripping and then a sloshing and then
Yeah. So that was for effect, but
great effect. I was
Then-
aroused. It was fantastic.
around. What about when he tossed it in his mouth there?
That
ate the throat.
that all I see. I just wonder, like, okay, what is that? Is that linguine? Is that some kind of gummy? Like, what did they do for Henry Rollins on set?
Corn
What was
syrup,
he eating?
Corn syrup is what they use for the blood. Yeah.
But yeah, so he rips out a throat and he eats it, and this
Yep.
I think is the first.
And the other goon is seeing this.
yeah,
Yeah. One eye
what Steve?
patch.
Yeah, Steve survives this. Annihilated balls guy is the throat rip, and so all of a sudden it's like, okay, because he's never demonstrated super strength, and he doesn't in the movie. You never see him lift a car, so he's an immortal maybe,
Yeah. He does get.
quick to heal. Now he's eating flesh. Now I'm thinking zombie
Yeah.
or vampire.
Yeah. Except, yeah, it's kind of a different take because vampires usually just do the blood thing.
Right.
And this guy's eating the flesh as well, so that's zombie. So then he grabs Patch, right, and he interrogates him a little bit to
that's
move
later.
the story forward
I don't think he.
because the two of them are there.
Yeah,
in the car.
He abducts Patch later. He ends up back at his place. He's got blood on him, and that's when he tells Andrea to leave. And he says something really horrible to her.
Well, do you know why that was?
Well, because I think he was going to eat her, her face,
because
eat her entire self.
he fell off the wagon. That was the first
he's-
scene
yeah.
where he ate human flesh.
Yeah,
And then back at the apartment, he's clearly having a demon attack where he's
Yeah.
a vampire. He's turning into the vampire. He's turning into
that's
the
what
cannibal.
I thought was okay. Here's your mouth thing.
In the
Do the mouth
apartment,
thing.
right? And so this is actually a spiritual moment.
Oh, this is it.
Well, it started a little bit earlier, but this is one of the big ones. Instead of, so as we find out, this guy is 10,000 years old, and he finds out he has a daughter, and he actually, rather than attacking and eating her, he fights it off and says the most vile things to get her out of the apartment. So he
Yeah.
puts his daughter before himself.
Yeah. And he does that wide mouth opening thing, and I thought fangs are going to come out. And okay, so now he has the taste of flesh, and now he kills
Yeah.
his neighbor who's yelling at the landlady,
the
which
sweet
was
little
hysterical.
landlady, yeah.
He is saying the most vile shit to her. It is so awful.
And she's Betty White smiling at him,
Yep.
like she doesn't even hear
And
it.
she cares about him later. So Jack kills this guy, throws his body in a dumpster in broad daylight, and again, this landlady's got murder all over her place.
But he did wrap it up in a
Yeah.
bag.
So that leads you to this thing about how he can only kill bad people because now he's got a taste for things, right? And then he walks outside.
Yeah, he's off. He's back on human flesh again. He's off the wagon, as he tells us later.
And he drops a wad of hundreds in a comedic moment.
Oh,
You
well,
know,
he's out hunting.
Yeah.
And he's
And
going
this
by
guy-
the gang on the corner.
gives him back his money.
Yeah.
Hey, you shouldn't keep this much. And then this like super tough group of like barrio gang kids come, shoulder checks him, and the guy's like, "Oh man, my bad, I'm sorry."
Yeah,
And then who is it
he's like,
that comes up? It's a bunch of young white yuppie kids.
so why has he
starts
got this
static with him.
morality all of a sudden, and he's not just. That is kind of interesting.
It is.
I never.
And
didn't
you're to
quite
think
get
maybe
that.
the daughter is
Had an effect on him.
creating. So these yuppie white kids pick a fight with this dude.
Yeah.
And then he says, "How old are you? How old are you?
You look 14."
You look 14."
Yeah.
And then the one guy's like, "Yeah, I'm old enough to kill you or something." And he's like,
You'll
"That'll do."
So he goes on a full cannibal spree here.
So I think, again, that's an interesting concept where you don't know what his morality has been. This is what it is now. He goes back to his apartment and he gets this phone call. Do you remember the phone call from the bad guy?
Oh, the guy that can't stop dropping the F-bomb.
Well, oh no, that's Derek. The other tough bad guy. Derek, Gary, Larry, Steve. This sounds like a rough crew you don't want to, run into in a dark alley. But he gets a call, and it's a voicemail from somebody who says,
yeah.
Jillian Huntsman has been killed. It's the most cordial. It's so nice.
Yeah,
He's
bye.
like, so we've just, we killed Jillian Huntsman.
In the process
We've
of
abducted
kidnapping your daughter.
Andrea Huntsman. And I'm like, Huntsman, okay, what's going on there? It's the most cordial call from a villain. And he just kind of lays down again.
Yeah. It's kind of, that call was hilarious. The way he phrased it, and he's like, bye.
Yeah. At the end, like, yeah, when can we kill this chick? Hang up.
Well, he's supposed to meet him at the dock at midnight.
Yeah.
And
he doesn't.
And then
He doesn't. He goes to
he lays back down.
the diner instead. And this is where we have the boyfriend issue. Mailman Tim.
Or is that the one where, because there's one where he runs out on her too, because he's having a full on
Yeah, that happens earlier. But
cannibal moment.
at this point, he goes to the diner. There's a call from the boyfriend, and then the boyfriend shows up.
Yeah.
Kara goes out to deal with it, and
Yeah,
they're
the
about
other
to call the
Flo
police.
number
Flo,
two
that is
tries
Flo.
to call the police.
Oh, they're
She's
really
got the
getting
hair.
into it now. And so Jack does something interesting. She's on the phone with 911 or the police,
Yeah.
and he grabs the phone and goes, click,
Yeah.
I'll handle it.
Yeah. He does a full Clint Eastwood
Now,
moment.
you can't hang up on the police like that. They will show up.
Well, in the 80s.
It's awesome. Don't get me wrong.
You could-
and
you
Henry
could do that.
Rollins, Stone Cold, just like, I got this.
You like the Clint Eastwood moment.
And out he goes, and we see it's Mailman Tim. Like, obviously, dirtbag, cheating on Kara, they're an ex. But he is physically, like, trying to get car keys away from her. It's my car,
and he's
it's my
pushing
car.
her around, and so good writing here, right? You expect him to just rip this guy's head off, just throw an arm off, just tear him to pieces and press the girl, do all that. So he just gets in between the two of them, and when he walks forward, you just give him the
Just do that
shove.
shove, yeah.
He
I
walks
thought you'd
forward
like
again,
that.
gives him another shove, puts his head down, full on,
Now, is that a martial arts technique, or is that a
No,
defensive? Is
that
that
was,
like,
he was just,
I don't
he
want to
was
fight?
just he was just shoving him.
So my favorite thing, and I don't think it was supposed to be comedic, but it was. I love this movie. Is Tim punches Jack, punches him again, hurts
Yeah.
his hand, and then Jack spits a comedic amount of blood out of his mouth onto Tim.
Yeah,
I mean, you've seen it like a spray. This is like a jettison, and it just goes on Tim's face.
Yep.
And he's so freaked out. He's like, he's going to leave. No, I'm taking the car.
Yeah, it's the best fight scene. It's awesome. He goes to say something to him, and he just spits the blood in his face because he punched him in the mouth.
Yeah. And so at this point, Kara's left with no car. And again, Jack's still not fully feeling. He's like, how far away do you live?
Yeah.
12
You can
blocks.
walk.
You can make it. And he's about to leave.
Yeah. You'll be fine.
You'll be fine. And again, it's Henry Rollins' performance is great. And again, it's deadpan. There's purpose to it. And you can tell at this point that even though all this stuff is happening to him, right? Like fights that would ruin your weekend.
Oh, it's ratcheting up for sure. Yeah.
But he's still bored. He's still, I got to do this, but I don't care.
yeah.
But why? What is the thing?
Yeah, the big reveal's coming.
And so he decides to walk her home. And
They live in the same direction. So she he walks towards his place and he stops and turns around and she's following him.
Oh yeah, so he decides
He
to
lives
slow
past
up.
her and
Yeah.
she's like, "Oh, I'm lazy. You walk this far." When they get to her place,
Right.
she's 12 blocks away and he's another 6
and you
blocks
walk
from her.
yeah. But their walk and talk, I think, is great, and
Yeah.
this leads to, I think, my favorite moment in the movie, and it was going to be my clip, but it's not because
the recital of all his past jobs,
yes.
reminiscent of
Oh my God.
Hard Ticket to Hawaii.
Oh, when I first saw this movie, I was in for a penny and for a pound to
Yeah.
this point. But when that scene happened, oh my God, I was so delighted with it. And I'm not even going to say any of it. And you can if you want. But she asks, I don't even know what you do. And he recites the jobs that he's done, probably
Yeah.
a fraction of them. And it's really funny.
Yeah, well, in 200 years to accomplish what he recites.
But, he mentions a couple of things that anchor him in a certain time period, but some of it could be very vague. And it's just, I don't know how many takes they took to get that.
Yeah.
It was so well done.
It's all. I don't think there's a cut in that. I think he just.
I think you're right.
I
I'm
think
not
he
sure
went
that there is
straight
either.
through. I mean, it was pretty impressive. I mean, it's a lot of shit. And she said, "Oh, that's a lot of stuff."
And
So then the big
she
hug.
makes a point to say, I've never heard you say that much. And he says, I haven't spoken this much in a long time or
Yeah.
forever. And she gives him a hug. Now, again, really great moment because face acting, I love. And he does really well. He reciprocates the hug. Did you expect that?
No,
I didn't. I
but it was
expected like
it was
a
held
dead,
back. He
dead
did
fish, like
yeah, arms at your side, and then finally he does reciprocate the hug.
Now, why does he
Um,
leave? Why does he run? Was he worried he's going to be aroused by this
Yeah,
experience?
he his morality is kicking in, man. He doesn't want her to be the midnight snack.
So you think he's worried he can't control himself at this point?
Because clearly he set that up by kicking the daughter out.
Yeah.
That he couldn't control it. That he was gonna
Right.
eat her.
And that's when he runs back to his place, opens up his crisper, and empties or drops the bag of blood.
Yeah.
You find it's blood.
Well,
on the
there's your
floor.
answer right there. That he was.
It wasn't
he
a
was-
rib roast.
He was jonesing
Like
for.
if it was a
yeah.
slab of ribs and he had to season them, like all frantic. Oh man,
Yeah.
got to get these ribs in. They got to cook slow and low for 9 hours.
Well, plasma comes in these little bags, right? Like
This is
little
a
pint
huge
bags.
bag.
This is like a 2-foot long
Yeah.
tube.
And it's spilled
and
on the floor,
he
and he's
spills
kind of sopping it up.
It was gross.
And he has this moment where he's sopping up, and he sits down, and he goes, "This could be bad."
And he gets on all fours.
And it
And
culminates.
laps it up.
What's the grossest thing in this scene for you?
Him licking that stuff up off the
Really?
floor like that, yeah.
I thought it was the sponge.
Oh,
At one
when
point,
he got the last few
takes the
bits of it
sponge, and I
into a
have a
glass.
thing about sponges. Like it's getting me right now. I think they're so gross. They're supposed to be clean, but they're not. They always smell like somebody's ass. It's gross. And the combination of like sponge stink and blood and the glass, not worth it. I don't want to puke up all that blood.
you better stop talking about it.
Yeah.
So, in one of the interviews, that was not planned. And Rollins told the director that the character would do this. And he's like, "Really? You want to do that?" And he's
That
like,
he would slop up.
"Go
the
for
blood.
it. Yeah, get down on all fours and lick it all." I mean, they didn't have it that way. They had it much less gross. And Rollins is the one that created that and went for it and did all that gross shit because
Wow.
that's what the character
So it's like
would
Nicolas
do.
Cage in Vampire's Kiss deciding to eat that cockroach twice.
Oh, give me the voice.
He never died. Alva? Alva! I never died. I've never died in my life. That was terrible.
You're welcome.
I'm going to work on that. Nobody email us about how bad that was. Oh. So we're getting kind of towards the climax here. He goes to the docks, and we meet the worst villain hideout doorman of all time, Gary. Would you agree he's the worst villain
Yeah,
hideout
well,
doorman?
He goes to the dock and nobody shows up. So the daughter's not there. Nobody meets him.
Well, she's been kidnapped at this point.
Yeah,
we know
they
she's
were-
been kidnapped,
Well, the voicemail said to meet him.
or she'd be
and,
dead.
And there's a scene that he goes to the docks and nobody's there, although it's supposed to be midnight and it's daytime. And then he goes back to the bar where he used to be a bouncer. He used to be a security guard there.
So the place at the docks, is that the bar? Are they the same?
No, he left that place and then went to the bar.
I always thought, where Gary is, who lets everybody in, he just leaves that slide open so anybody can just slide, reach their hand in, unlock it. You just walk in, they're
Gary-
like, what are you doing here?
The guy in the peephole there,
Yeah,
where he's not
he's
tells
the
him
wor-
to,
he's
tells
the-
him to get lost.
Yeah, he's the worst villain hideout guy ever. Everybody gets in. He leaves the slide thing open. The
Yeah.
first time he goes, because Henry Rollins, or Jack rather, says, is Tom here? Tom is dead. And he's like, oh yeah, which is interesting for later. Alex is in charge. Alex is ready to go to bed. It's daylight. I get it. This movie's still great. And he goes in to meet Alex, who unknown. We don't
Well,
know
he
who
doesn't
is.
let him in, but when he leaves that security door, open a little bit. So he opens it, reaches around, and unlatches
Yeah,
it.
again, the worst villain hideout
Right.
guy ever. Gary. I got my eyes on you, Gary. You're on lock. So we meet Alex. It seems that Jack worked for them at some point in time. Tom is dead. He's not working. He's not running the company anymore. Jack worked security for these guys at some point. We
Yeah.
find out Tom is Alex's dad and that Alex has gone legit and he's a regular club guy.
Yeah, this is their first meeting, and he's trying to find out if he ordered the kidnapping on Adrian.
Right. And he says no. Alex
Adrian?
says no.
No, what's her name?
Andrea.
Andrea. Yo,
Adrian, yeah.
Adrian. Yeah.
Yo, Andrea. How's your kidnapping
Rocky
going?
Rollins. You can understand my confusion.
I can. This movie's like Rocky. There's punching. There's bleeding. So Alex says no, and then there's a moment where Jack has a little ESP. He looks at a bookshelf and he hears what
He
what'd
hears
say?
moaning. Yeah.
Something.
Yeah, and he
and he ignores it.
he leaves it. He ignores it. Yeah. So
Is that like, all right, fine, maybe it's her, maybe it's not. I'm gonna go get some nightmarish sleep.
yeah.
He goes back to the diner. Oh, that's right. He goes back to the diner. Oh, this is the best. This is when he goes back to the diner. He walks in. There's somebody dead. And there's a whole bunch of bad guys in there.
Yeah, the guy, like the chef or the cook or
Yeah, the
whatever,
cook is
is laying
dead,
on the floor, the
you
bullet
know,
hole.
Friday the 13th style, like, uh-oh.
Yep.
And there's a comical amount of bad guys in there.
Yeah.
He's,
And poor Kara.
Yeah.
She's
does-
shaking
how
like
great
a
is
leaf.
she, right?
But how
Stoic.
what a performance that was. The covering up the fear kind
Right.
of thing and pouring the
Tries
coffee
to pour
on
the
his hand,
coffee, and he says
and
no.
then help me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it was great. I like
Yeah,
I
wanted
I'm
to
a Kara
protect
fan.
her. Yeah.
I am a fan of that actress. I'd like to see her in way more things.
Well,
Kate Greenhouse, be in
Uh,
more things.
let's hire her.
So Jack says, I'm going to go to the bathroom, which again, you're like, I think he's really going to take a piss. I think he doesn't care.
Right.
And somebody follows him into the bathroom.
But he knew. I think my
Yeah, he
take
knew.
was on it. He did that just to isolate one of them and
Right.
take him out. Yeah. Because he knew he would follow
So
him
what
in it.
happens to that guy?
Oh.
Well, I guess we don't
so
see.
he's taking a piss, and then the guy's washing his hands. They turn
Takes
around
out an
and
ice pick.
and then it cuts.
The next scene is Jack walking
Yeah.
out of the bathroom. No guy.
And then again, poor Kara.
She sees an ice pick.
She's like,
sticking out.
"Oh my god, what? You're back!"
Yeah. And he's like, ice pick.
Rips
Darn.
it out and goes, "Ice pick." So then the shoot fest begins, right?
Well, one of my favorite things is this young kid trying to make a name for himself, I imagine. Trying to like stake a claim.
Yeah.
Just runs up and shoots Jack square in the head.
Right in the center of the forehead.
And one of my favorite moments is when he stands up and that music, brrr, and the look on
and-
Rollins's face.
Yeah.
It's That's
he's
pretty
a little
tremendous.
angry. And then Patch is like, "See, I told you,
yeah.
you can't kill him."
You can't do it. And his ass is halfway out of the thing.
Yeah,
already.
he's like, I don't want to be here.
And then it cuts to, I love this kind of scene in movies where it's, violence is happening inside, but it cuts to outside and all you hear is gunfire and screaming.
Like muffled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then somebody gets thrown out the window.
Yeah, they put a little bit in the budget for that. That was
Yeah.
that was something they spent some money on. That
So
one.
very clearly, Jack has dispatched all, with the exception of one, Steve, in the diner. He comes out and he says to Kara, "I need your help.
Yeah.
I need your help." He has
And-
2 bullet holes in his forehead.
Yeah, and Kara's clearly gone a little bit bye-bye at this
She's
point. Trying
Maintaining
to hold him together.
exceptionally well, in my opinion.
And then she's not going anywhere with him.
But he keeps on saying, "I need your car. Will this guy fit in your trunk? It's okay. He's not dead."
Well, he gets her to
Well, this
go
guy
by
fit in the
saying
trunk.
they have Adrian. Andrea.
Yeah.
She's Adrian for me, sorry.
Does he offer her the $1 million at this point? I think he does.
When they get out to the car,
He says,
she's
if
still
you-
trying to not go.
Because he says, "If you help me, I will give you $1 million." And she says, "Where do you have $1 million?"
At my apartment, in the case, honest. He says honest. I have $1 million, honest.
Yeah.
Like that makes it all.
So she's
True.
in pretty quickly, and they get into the car. And again, another one of my favorite scenes.
Well, they put him in. They put the guy in the trunk.
Steve goes in the
Put
trunk,
Patch in the trunk.
and Rollins grabs her Jack. Gosh almighty. Jack grabs her toolkit or her toolbox.
He gets.
Did you like this scene?
I loved it. She's in the driver's seat. He gets in the passenger seat. Is that my toolbox? Yes.
That was a perfect. That was spot on. Him in this
was
movie.
I in character there?
You were. Yes.
Out come the pliers. It's right into his forehead, digging away with the sound effects. And,
The sound effects were pretty
and
great.
poor Kara again.
It's crunching and squishing.
She is losing her mind. And then one of my favorite points in the drive was, "Are you a v?" And he cuts her off,
Oh,
saying,
vampire.
"Don't say it.
Yeah, don't say it.
Don't speak of it.
Well, in the
You
scene
exist?
with-
You're for real?"
with the pliers, she again holding herself well together, and she's like, "Shouldn't you be brain dead or something?" And he said, "If I let the bullet stay in, it'll heal over and I'll get migraines." And he's digging in his head.
Yeah, that's why he says he's taking it out.
And she's like, "What's wrong with you?" And he's like, "I have pliers in my head. It hurts." And again, she's like, "Isn't this a problem?" And his delivery is so
Yeah.
great.
He says like you would think.
Yeah.
That,
Yeah,
about the brain
why don't you have
comment.
brain? Yeah, you would think.
You would think, but no.
I have pliers in my head. Hurts.
Well, the getting the migraines was hilarious because clearly it's happened
Yeah.
before, and
And-
he's left them in, and then had to dig them
Had
out.
to deal with that.
because he's getting migraines. So
So they go back to the apartment, and now we got our landlady again. This sweet,
well,
spry
he's
90-year-old.
dragging the
an-
unconscious Patch up down the hallway.
He has 2 bullet holes in his
Yeah,
head.
he's got 2 bullet holes in his head.
She
Kara's
doesn't
losing
blink
her
an eye.
mind, and out comes the landlady.
You all have a good night now.
So they step in
sure
front
is
of
a
the
weird
body, and they're
place.
like, "Well, she's asking where the neighbor is
Asking
that
where
he
the
ate."
Did he stay with a friend? He should have told
He
me.
should- If I see him, I'll let you know.
He is in the dumpster, spry lady.
Yeah. That was very comedic.
So this is when we get the crux of the movie. Jack, I think, intentionally leaves the trunk open while he gets his tape and chair for Steve to apparently interrogate him. But he leaves his trunk open. He doesn't need anything in it. Doesn't get anything in it. He opens it, goes to an opposite area, and
You
then
think he
leaves.
left it open for her?
Kind of.
Okay.
I don't know why.
Well, he takes Steve in the bathroom. He says he's going to go interrogate him,
Yeah.
and
She
leaves her in the living
like
room.
a real jerk starts rooting through his shit.
He says, "There's your money," and tells her to leave.
Does he say there's your money?
Yeah, there's your money. Tells her to leave because when he's in the bathroom interrogating him, the phone rings.
So he just gives her carte blanche to that whole thing?
Yeah, there's well more than $1 million in there
Maybe not. I don't know.
because he told her $1 million the first thing, and then he's going to fill the duffel bag.
So
after.
she's going to have to count that out? That's going to take time, machines, accounting?
$1 million. Well, they're bundled, right?
Yeah, I guess. So we get to the point where
Simultaneous. So
it was about to happen. I go high, you go low. So to the listeners at home, hopefully nobody knows what happened. That's just for us. We're keeping that right here. It was a stomach thing, just FYI. Wasn't maybe what you thought it was. Get your composure. It's all right.
No, that was you had to be here.
At this point, she is rooting through his stuff like a real jerk and finds, what does she find first?
She finds a 1914 picture of him from World War I. So you know what I immediately thought? He knows Wonder Woman.
That's an
The
interesting
World
crossover.
War I
moment.
picture in the trenches, right? With
Right.
Wonder Woman in that picture.
That's
Remember
true.
from the first one?
Right.
He knows Wonder Woman.
I think that's probably canon now. That's DC canon. Todd said it here. He Never Died. Wonder Woman crossover. It's canon.
Rollins and Godot.
That's right. Gadot.
Godot. You say Godot, I say Godot.
What I love that he does that I want to use in my life is his use of the word okay. Because people are just like, that can't be true. Okay.
Yeah. End of conversation.
What's your response to
We're
that?
done here.
Because she says, how old are you? And he says, I don't know, but I'm in the Bible if that means anything. And again, that's another line that I just loved. And he's revealed to be
Cain.
Cain.
Cayenne.
Cayenne pepper.
Yeah.
Cayenne. I mean, there's a
He says it's
proper-
cayenne, but
Cayenne.
you know
I
me
think it's
as-
cayenne.
the pepper. You know me
It's
as Cain.
cayenne. You can call me Taco Bell.
That was in the car ride over
Yeah.
when with the whole vampire thing went on.
So she seems okay with this. And they don't linger on it enough until later, and I think that's a good thing. But he interrogates Steve, and that's when Derek calls. And this is a side character who was just yelling at him and cussing at him, and we're gonna find you.
Oh yeah, he says the F-bomb more times than
Yeah, it's a lot. It's real compact. But they send somebody to Jack's place. Like, there's somebody here now. Well, I like, actually, going back when he picks up the phone and he asks Steve, is Derek somebody I should be talking to?
yeah.
I don't know. Do you do crime with Derek? Yeah.
Yeah, he's still trying to find his daughter. And then
Do you do crime with Derek? And Steve's like, yeah, I do. Check this eye patch. I do crime.
so
I'm getting
So
two
you-
eye patches.
so you do want to talk to him.
And it's a neat, and Derek is just an unhinged weirdo. But the point is that he is sending somebody to Jack's place.
Yeah, and
The guy breaks in.
they're in the bathroom. He
Kara
hears the door
hasn't
kicked
left.
in. So he goes out there and I told you to leave. And then I wrote this quote down because it was another one of her gems. I needed a moment. Or I needed a minute.
And that's absolutely true.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
After
Let's
everything
say
she's just seen.
a potential vampire with bullets in his head gives you carte blanche to his money cachet.
You think he's still potential at this point? He's kind of confessed to being a vampire. Wouldn't even let her say the word.
Well, yeah, I was wondering about that. Yeah.
Because they really exist. He says, yeah, but I'm the only
Yeah.
one. And then he makes a reference to himself being Vlad the Impaler.
Oh, later?
Or
Oh, that's
being
great.
at that
That's
battle that, all the impaling took place.
Yeah. And so we got a henchman. Jack is led outside. There's a scuffle and a gunshot. Jack has dispatched this villain
Oh, in the hallway,
with
yeah.
blood splatter
Beautiful.
all over the wall
Beautiful halo on the wall. there.
that landlady assuredly will not see.
Yeah, she didn't come out for that.
That'll stay there forever. And
Who's cleaning this up?
he collects most of his money, a few things from the case, and he's ostensibly leaving. Did you think he was adios at that point?
Well, he's taken. Is that where he says you'll never see me again?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he leaves.
Yeah.
and he cuts the finger off of one of the
Yep.
the bad guys, and off he goes.
Okay, so yeah, this point is where he fills a duffel bag, and then he's sitting outside in the alley, his back against the wall, with a duffel bag full of money and a few trinkets out of the chest.
And his snack finger.
Yeah, he eats a snack that he just
Again, great sound design. That like, and he has to pull a little bone out of his teeth. Like, "Arr."
yeah.
Why
So-
the finger? Why pick the as a to go? Maybe it's convenient.
Yeah,
I'd want something meatier.
At this point, he knows where his daughter is. So why is he sitting in the alley with the duffel bag, and then he pulls out the dagger, the ancient dagger, and reads the Latin off of it, which we're going to assume is Roman,
Right.
that he was a Roman centurion or who knows what, right? And that dagger is from that time. He reads that Latin line, and then he goes and rescues the daughter.
Yeah.
So he clearly doesn't need a minute.
I did not translate the Latin. Sorry, dude.
Well, they did in one of the interviews, and
Oh, did
it
they?
was
Okay.
it
I
was
didn't
just
see
a quote of the Roman centurions, like a battle
Right.
quote kind of thing of honor and battle and all that. So the interviews are liking it to them. Well, he wasn't going to go get his daughter, but then when he read that, pulled out the dagger, reminded him of his honor as a Roman.
You know what? I agree. I think that's
And
exactly it.
I don't know. I don't know if that's what the writer was going for or not.
I think you're right on. 100%. It didn't make sense to me until you articulated it that way. I think that's
But
absolutely true.
he would not spend all that time trying to find out where she is and then not go after
Yeah.
her.
But he enlists the help of Kara again,
Yeah.
who, again, she delivers that great line, "You said you'd never see me, or I'd never see you again,
Yeah.
and here you are an hour later
Yeah, an hour later,
asking
here you
for
are.
my help."
And
she-
why does he need her help? Because he needs
He
her
needs-
to bring back his daughter when he's dispatching everybody else.
He needs
a
somebody to
car. He
take
doesn't
care
have
of
a car.
Yeah,
He needs the car again.
because he only goes 3 places.
Yeah. I will give you this duffel bag, and your family and your family's family will never have to work again.
So a lot of money in there.
So Kara's doing it for the money.
Oh yeah, I would.
Yeah.
If it's just driving, I don't gotta kill or eat anybody. She says something really great. Another comedic moment.
Yeah.
She says, "You're gonna kill another room full of people, right?" He's like, "Probably." Come on.
Come on. That might have even been her best.
It's a good one.
That line, the way she delivered that was a 10.
Yeah.
It was a highlight of
She
the
is
movie.
a superstar. I'm just
She's a
falling in
doll.
love with this
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
actress as
hey,
we're doing
Kara,
this
if you're
thing.
out there, call me.
Get at us. Get at Todd. So we have the finale at the bar, which is not the same place as the dock. This is the bar where Alex runs stuff.
Where he was earlier, where the bookshelf is.
Right.
Yeah. The office at the top of the door. Oh, he kills your doorman. Your doorman's
Yeah.
not letting him in. What's his name? Gary?
Gary kills him with pulling his tie real hard.
Yep, chokes him out with his tie.
Gary was in Shimmer Lake, that movie with Rainn Wilson, where it
Yep.
goes back. He was an armed. For some reason, I don't know why I remember
How do you
that.
know this stuff?
He was like one of the armored car drivers in Shimmer Lake.
How
I don't know.
is that coming out of the gray matter, or did you look
I
that
don't
one
know.
up?
No, I didn't. It for some reason popped in my head for some reason. I
That's
don't know.
impressive. What's the last name of your neighbors?
My neighbor's last name? I don't know.
Okay.
So we've got this. We didn't talk much about the score. I think the score is great. It's all the music is so different aside from "Who's Got the Hole," which is the creepiest version of that song since Garland Green sang it in Con Air. I think no. Con Air is a movie with Nicolas Cage.
I do know the movie, but I
You
didn't
had-
know that was in there.
You had Steve Buscemi as a horrible serial killer, and he sings that song because a little girl teaches it to him. I don't know why I had to tell you that in a Texas accent. But there's this jaunty jazz score, and for some reason, I love when jaunty jazz music is paired with horrible violence.
Jaunty.
Yeah,
Describe-
and the guy shoots
Little
Jack.
up-tempo hi-hat
Guy
going
shoots
on.
Jack and like, wait, who just shot somebody? I just shot somebody. I shot him. He killed Gary. What'd you do to? I shot him. And then they're realizing. Then they attack him, and he pulls a fork out of his back, and everybody's trying to shoot him.
Yeah, this is him working his way up to
Yeah.
the top guy by the bookcase.
And he kills a bunch of people, and then he walks up to the long hair guy who shoots him in the chest, and he says, "Are you Derek?" He says, "Yeah."
Derek unloads his gun on him.
The whole thing.
Yeah, and he's still dropping the F-bomb the whole time.
Yeah.
And
This guy's got a
and
serious
it's not
body
a
mouth.
real masculine voice either.
Well, it's kind of British, isn't it?
It's kind of, I don't know, but it's hilarious the way he delivers
Yeah.
it.
All these people are
So
dispatched.
then he dispatches him too.
Goes
And
to Alex.
Up the stairs he goes.
Pushes Alex against the wall and crushes his nuts with his knee. That was the next sound design where it's like, and like, okay, that's a rough patch. That's a bummer.
Yeah, and then the big reveal about he killed his father and the whole grudge thing is how this all came about. Then he hears the moaning again, and the guy. Did you think his performance was a little over the top the way he was delivering
Alex?
those lines? Yeah, on the
Hell
ground.
yeah. I loved every
Oh,
second of it.
It was so.
What's my blood type, Jack?
Yeah,
I loved it.
it was too much,
This guy
but it was
realized
funny.
he realized that he was in the room with Henry Rollins
and he was
and he
going
was
to
going
die.
to do as much as he could.
He was gonna
Because
get his
he's
moment.
acting totally opposite of this man devoid of emotion, and it's bazonkers and it's
Yeah.
fantastic. I
It's
loved it.
way over the top.
I loved it.
It's just books, Jack. So down comes a bookcase. He rips it open.
This part got me.
And when I saw his daughter,
I didn't like it.
it got me too.
She was
We're
too-
both fathers,
Yeah.
and when we saw her face has
How
just been
beat up.
pummeled.
It
They
was
beat the
so-
shit out of her, and it just tears your heart out.
I didn't like it. A lot of thanks go to the makeup effects people because
Yeah.
that looked
Oh,
horrible.
she looked, and she couldn't talk. They had a video camera on her.
And
on a
later
tripod
Alex says, well, we're going to videotape us
Yeah.
beating the shit out of her and send it to you.
to piss you off.
And you're realizing
the
that
immortal vampire we want to piss off.
not smart. And he rescues her.
He's carrying her out, gives her to Kara, and tells her to drive her to
Yeah,
the
take her
hospital.
to the hospital. I'm going back in.
I'm going back after my boy here, who's did he break his ankle? Yeah, he broke his ankle.
Yeah, he wants Alex to stay. So again, in a moment of sound design, it's so long.
Yeah. Are you queuing that one up?
Yeah, so I'm getting to my quote or scene from the movie.
Okay.
It's not very long, and it was going to be him listing off his jobs, but this is when he has Alex kind of bent over the bar. Everybody's gone, and he's with Alex, and Alex is
They're face to face down in the bar.
kind of broken,
Yeah.
and he's down on the bar.
I was doing pretty well for a while. I was walking the tightrope of sobriety. And then your revenge stunt made me fall right off the wagon. I'm going to kill you. I want you to know that. But I want you to know I'm going to eat you. I am literally going to tear you apart and eat you. Keep in mind, it's not because I want to. I don't know why. But I have to. It's the way it's always been. Always. It keeps my mind straight. But how sane can you be in the first place if you have to fucking eat people? I don't know.
Wow.
Yep.
Hearing just, the audio, you really, really hits you how well he delivered that.
Yeah, I'd like that line. And so we close with creepy goatee guy showing up.
So the guy in the hat. Now, interestingly, the only person besides him who saw him in the entire movie was his offspring.
Yeah.
His daughter was the only one that could see him besides him. So I got notes here on that too. I and the discussion on who is the guy in the hat.
Well, he says, creepy guy shows up. Why for him? Meaning Alex. And Jack goes on his rant, and the one thing I noted was, I impaled thousands of people in Wallachia just to see them die. And Wallachia is the historical region of Romania, which leads me to believe that he was the genesis of Vlad the Impaler.
Correct.
And he mentioned something about forget God, or about if there was a God.
He says, "Fuck God."
Yeah, and if there isn't one, and if there was one, she wouldn't let this happen.
Exactly. So we can rule out the Man in the Hat being God.
Yeah, I either thought Satan
Because
or
there
death.
were reviews that said he was God.
Because he's like,
But
why
he
don't you let
clearly
me die?
states-
Let me die. Let me die.
Yeah, he clearly states that it's not God, and states God as a she. So at least he doesn't think it's God. So it's not. So another option is he the Grim Reaper? Is he death? You see him before you die, and that doesn't play because we see him throughout the movie, and when
Yeah.
people don't die.
And Jack finally tells Alex, you'll see who I'm talking to eventually.
One day you'll see
One
who
day.
I'm talking to. Yeah,
And one day is immediately.
yeah,
Jack decides to let Alex live, take care
Right.
of his kid.
So it seems like the guy in the hat's the only. Well, he tries to punch him in the face, and he hurts his hand.
Yeah.
It doesn't even mark him. So he's clearly more powerful than Jack. So I can only come up with one person,
Okay.
one character, one individual, one.
Abel? Facts of
Satan.
life? Yeah.
Cain killed Abel.
Yeah, because Jack created murder. He did the
Cain-
first
yeah,
murder.
He was the first murder.
Cain, and he said, am I being punished for that, for killing that little shit? Which,
Call-
again,
yeah,
I
his-
need to
he
get
calls
into.
his brother a
'cause,
little
yeah,
prick.
that's interesting. So I think it's absolutely the devil or Satan, and Jack has been punished. He needs to eat human flesh to stay alive, or
Yeah.
blood, and that's his penance for
And,
killing his
and
brother.
he just comes around to remind his boy who he is, I guess.
Yep. So there we are. We have a happy-ish ending.
Well, the last, the last line there is who's the guy that he was just telling to in the bar? He says, "You'll see him."
Who said?
Yeah, he says he says you'll see him one day, and
Yeah,
then
you'll
right
see him.
after he leaves the room,
Oh, yeah.
he shows up, and in a demonic voice you hear,
The Inspector Gadget villain.
and then we cut.
Inspector Gadget, I will find you.
So what
Yeah,
did you
that's
think?
it.
What
That's
did
the
you think?
end.
What did you think of the movie? I haven't asked you. What did you think?
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
You did?
Yeah. A lot of good writing in it. My appeal for writer directors, I think that's an amazing accomplishment. It's a great movie. Definitely should watch it.
Cool. All right. So I'll do the reviews. Right before that, I pulled something from an article that Henry Rollins interview Henry Rollins did, and I thought this was kind of interesting. The question was, Jack is very weary of the world. Can you relate to that? Now, Henry Rollins chronicled his days in Black Flag in a journal called Get in the Van, and he ended up writing a book called Get in the Van. It's one of the best audiobooks, regular books
So
ever.
he's an author too.
Oh, yeah.
Damn.
And so this is his response. Jack is very weary of the world. Can you relate to that? Absolutely. I don't give up on humans, but I travel a lot. I'm recognizable. A lot of people I don't know talk to me a lot, and that's fine. I've been signing autographs and going, yes, I'm shorter in person. That's why you didn't immediately recognize me. Since I was 18, I'm 55. And I get talked to in every hotel lobby, every airport, most restaurants, even in airplanes. The pilot will come out and whisper, hey, do you want to come into the cockpit? I've had a life of going to the grocery store, and it's, hey, man, not trying to impress you. I come from punk rock where anyone wants to meet you. You meet them. I'm not thinking I'm a big deal. But people have confessed war crimes to me. People have confessed murder to me. I've met famous serial killers throughout the mail. All kinds of people have told me all kinds of things. And that can really tire you out on humanity. People have really pulled down their drawers, said, here's what I did, and you're like, you're an awful person, and some of it is quite upsetting. That's
Yeah,
Henry
so
Rollins real.
He was built for that part.
Yeah.
He was literally made to be able to play that.
When you in the fact that it was written for him and he spent so much time doing it, I
11
think is
months.
great. Yeah,
He had 11 months to prep. Yeah, before they filmed. That's why it came off so well.
Yeah, that really struck me. The fact that he, has this real life experience and what it's like to be a rock star, and not a rock star, but somebody who's so recognizable. And you start to confessing war crimes and murder. I believe that.
Yeah. Well, day after day, having to say, yeah, not as tall in person and signing autographs. I mean, just over and over again for what,
Yeah.
40 years?
Well, I'm not going to read all the taglines. All right, I'll just read a couple. Call me Vlad. Kane is my name and eating humans is my game. I don't want to talk. I'd rather walk. Buried bullets in the brain. Give me a migraine. I'm not kidding. So look on IMDb.
All
and you
those
can
are
see
great.
all yeah. They're terrible puns. All right. So now we'll end on reviews. Starting with a 1 out of 10 review. Don't be fooled by ratings and reviews. Don't be fooled by the ratings and the 4 previous reviewers. I'm required to write 10 lines, so considering this guideline, I'll keep this as brief as possible. The 4 previous reviewers blather on about how great the acting is and how suspenseful this movie is, the plot, the director, on and on. Believe me, everyone who rated this movie, 339 ratings, or wrote a favorable review, except for me, worked on or had something to do with the making of this loser of a movie.
Oh.
He's literally personified the movie and called it a loser. He's given it human characteristics and called the movie a loser. I was forced to give it a 1 out of 10 rating, and it doesn't deserve that. Attack of the Killer Tomatoes, 1978, would be considered a work of art of sheer genius compared to this POS and disgusting waste of film, Semper Fi.
So he's a Marine.
That's the review.
Whew. Think he was a little angry?
Yeah. All right. Now, like I said, there are a lot of reviews, positive reviews, a lot of them about how good Henry Rollins was, how people were surprised he could carry a movie. But the first one was kind of silly, and I'm going with kind of a sillier second one.
Okay.
And it's got heart. And here we go. 10 out of 10, and it's titled, Hell Yeah, Dude.
And it's written by Ryan.
It's not written by me. This is April 2016. I don't care if this role was custom written for Rollins or what, but he kills it. He drives the
Literally.
entire movie. I'd put this on while I was cleaning my pad and was absolutely drawn into the flick. My old lady, too. And she hates this kind of stuff.
Cleaning my pad.
His old lady hates this kind of stuff. He plays a disenchanted, immortal cannibal that just wants to be left alone. He has a routine that he sticks to in order to not eat people, but goes afoul. I wouldn't expect this guy to write Afoul and Disenchanted, so I'm impressed with this guy. Just watch it. Write your own review. I got better stuff to do, but had to chime in on this gem. I'm a cynical pessimist, and I like the hell out of it. Predator Dark Ages is the only other flick that had drudged an opinion out of me before this. Maybe check that out too. I take back everything I've ever said about Rollins' acting. I put this on to laugh, but am now writing a review. Just watch it.
And there you go.
I love Hell Yeah, Dude reviewer guy.
I love your intensity in delivering
Well, I'm trying to
the reviews.
to do do it justice. But
Yeah.
well, Todd,
Yes.
thank
sir.
you for watching He Never Died. I appreciate
3
that.
times.
3
this
times.
week.
That's awesome.
3 times for the prep and took notes. But thank you for your sharp organization as always,
Oh, no.
and you're keeping everything on
This
track.
is all
and
natural. We just spontaneity is.
we
our
are.
thing.
Yeah, we have. Usually we don't wear clothes doing this. We're all natural.
Well, naked is really the best way to podcast
It's
because
just these seats kind of stick to you a little bit, though. We need some pads.
I
or
feel
something.
like we're
I
just
mean,
being
a
honest
little-
with one another in a safe space.
Who are those guys?
Who are those guys? Well, thank you for listening. Todd, we'll always have what?
We will always have Monty Doro.
Montidoro. Take care, everyone.
Who are those guys?
Who are those guys? You'll love it. It's just a little
Love it. It's just as
Like-
independent. You know what I mean? You're about to say this.
You'll love it. It's just a little independent. You're gonna love it. It's just a little independent. Okay.
We're tens. Yeah, we're 2 or
Yeah.
2. We're like
You don't love it. It's just as little independent. Like it's just
like I'm
a little
introducing a
independent.
movie to you.
Like you're about to. Yeah.
All right, yeah.
Just a little independent.